Hey there, guys. Today I want to talk about why do I collect vintage receivers. Some of you guys may ask me when you see my videos, you might think that I have a lot of receivers and stereos in general, which is true. And why, you ask yourself, why this guy collect a lot of stereos, like vintage stuff. The reasons why I do collect stereos, guys, like vintage, because the start of all this, when I was a kid, I already start messing around with stereos. Even in my parents' house, I mess around with their stereos with my father, turntables and speakers. And those turntable he has, those stereos are expensive. It's made by wood, big stereos, and me as a kid, I don't know how much it cost because I was just a kid. I have no idea if it's expensive or not. So when he's going to work, guys, I play around with the turntables and look around his vinyl records and mess around with the speakers. I open the speaker box in the back and look at those stuff, what's going on in the speakers, in the box of the speaker. I look at the magnets, I look at those speaker wires and where it goes and where it connects and why is it sounds, it's amazing, like the sound comes out from those speakers. So when I was a kid, guys, I mess around with radios. I open it, mess around with it. I built my own speaker box in my bedroom, and that's how they started it. Until I grew up, guys, I start liking more stereos and look at the stereos when I see them in the magazine or in the stereo store or in the appliances store. And I said to myself, the stereos are amazing. One day I hope I can afford and, you know, get some of those stereos that I've seen and have it in my place. So that's how I started it, guys, until now that I get older. And this is my stereos now, some of my stereos collections, as you can see. And these are vintage, guys, from 74, 80s, and 70s, and pioneers in the back. Marantz, two pioneers, and a 1950s radio that you can never find out there. It's a Panasonic FM AM radio, and that radio up there, guys, that black and white, they are there's tubes in the back of that, inside of that radio. There's bulbs that lit up, and that's how it runs, that radio. And you can see in my other videos, guys, um, when I clean that Panasonic, bulbs, um, transformers, and other pieces in there, which is very interesting to look at. So I have to collect that because that's vintage. And I have two JVC speakers. Those are Japan. Those are hard to find. And over here I have two speakers. They are Audio Spectrum. Very nice speakers, guys. And here I have this very nice, heavy looking speaker. And down here I have this think it's an Italian speaker, guys. Very cool piece. So you guys can see. Let's open it. So you can see. There it is, guys. Very nice sound. And I have another one over here. So they are a pair. And let's put this back. And these are the stereos collections I have here, guys. So when I get older, I start collecting vintage stereos, guys. From Sansui, Marantz, Techniques, JVC, Fisher, Yamaha. Over here I have this Sansui. This RG2000. Very nice piece, guys. Some vintage clocks, and these are my vinyl records, guys. Some of my vinyl records and more in the box, and more receivers stuck up all the way up, from tape decks to processor, Marantz, Sansui turntable here that I fixed, Sony vintage, hard to find, JVC, Pioneer, Panasonic, and other stuff in there, and there's another stuff in the back. So these are my stereo collections, guys, and this is not all of it, guys. I have some in the garage and the other room, and over here we have this Danon, some what do you call it, Sony tape decks, Sharp. Yeah, so these are my collections, guys, and this is where I grew up with stereos and making my own speaker when I was a kid. So it started from all that, and that's why I have all the stereos now. And I do collect vintage, guys. The other reasons why, because vintage are hard to find nowadays. Like this one, Sansui, Marantz, Techniques, they are not easy to find. You could probably get it online, but it costs more money, and you pay a lot of money for shipping and handling, because these are heavy sets, especially this one here. Very heavy receiver, guys, this Techniques. It's because it has a huge transformers inside, and even this are heavy already. This one is light, but this one here, guys, very heavy, and this can cost $600 or more, up to $1,000. It's because these are unique, guys. It's vintage and it's hard to find nowadays. It's not easy anymore. That's why some of the vintage receivers like this big and wide costs more money. So if I sell this, I can sell this for $700 to $1,000, and no question asked, somebody will buy this, because there's a lot of people out there has money, and they don't care about money, because merchandise is very attractive, and to them, they have the money. So they have money. It's not everything. Even if you have the money, you don't have the merchandise like this. To them, it's really, it means nothing. So even though they spend more money, they don't care, because I can make them happy. And all these guys that I have here, it's not easy to find, and that is why I collect vintage receivers, guys. I collect stereos, because 10 years, 20 years from now, you can never find this anymore. They'll be gone, or a lot of people that owns this are probably, could be different reasons. It breaks and they don't want to fix it. They throw it away, or they sell it, or I don't know, whatever reason. So it's hard to find, and that is why I collect this, because I can enjoy my stereos until I get older. Yeah, same thing over here. I got my Sony DVD and my Harman card. This one is hard to find nowadays too. Very nice piece. So that is the reasons why I collect vintage, guys. And this Sansui right here, guys, these are nice piece, very nice sound, and it's hard to find, and it costs a couple hundreds, 400, $500 or more, depends how mint the condition, and they sell that for a good price. So guys, that's the reasons why I collect vintage stereos, and that is the reasons why I have a lot of stereos, guys, because I grew up with it since I was a kid, and that is inside me. It's in my blood, I guess. So guys, thanks for watching, and sharing you my simple vintage stereo setups and my stereo collections. So guys, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Hit the subscribers, and for now I'll say bye bye.